Ah, the wonderful moment. I'm not kind, just full of myself. I do what I want.
やっぱり優しいわよ。だってそんなこと言われたら私もう何も言い返すことなんてないわ。
One of the many things I enjoy, watching someone smile. Games, movies, or real life. You cannot stop smiling at someone else's expense of smiling. Her hand reaches back to caress the sleeve of my shirt.
本当にあなたは優しくて勝手なんだから。
Okay. Sorry, it's my nature. It takes some time for Yumiko trembling to die down. The park outside is already sinking into darkness as I watch the lights on the other attractions wink out in ones and twos. By the way, there was another reason I brought you here.
一つ
Sounds like she's forgotten. Guess I promised.
約束。
My worst shocker, remember Yumiko's voice takes on no surprise. You told me you wanted to visit one of these. Remember, I know the timing is a little crazy, but tears welling up in the corner of her eyes, she looks back at me and
嬉
smiles.
しい。覚えていてくれたのね。
Come on, no way I forget something like that. The music playing from the tiny, poorly maintained speakers above us is repeatedly interrupted by bursts of static. That jarring noise periodically cuts our conversation apart. The cheap dream world creaks and groans around us. It's not exactly the sort of illusion you can just lose yourself in, but none of that really matters. I found a woman who can love a piece of trash like me from the bottom of her heart. That's enough to make this place an impossible paradise. Eventually, the last attraction goes dark, and our little fantasy world fades away with the sign of a motor. I sit on a horse with my arms around Yumiko, quietly speaking her name again and again as if to remind her that she's here, that this is real, and in response she whispers Yuji many times. Many times. In a forest so dark it's impossible to tell where the trees end and the sky begins. Our train winds its way down to civilization. Small lights of carriage windows come into view at the station below, where we transfer only a few hours ago. As much as we might want to deny those lights force us to realize that our time in the dream world's over. Down there, an inescapable reality is waiting for us. It's already past 10. They had hours to follow our trail. Once we transfer to the train, they'll carry us away from here. We won't be able to turn back. At my side, Yumiko quietly gazes at the back of the seat in front of me. Her eyes aren't hollowed and lifeless like they were before, but the tightly clenched fists resting on the seat by her thigh, I see that she's still uneasy. I lower my hand from her shoulder to cover that small fist. After a small gentle stroke, she lets her hand fall open. Then turns to squeeze mine
ど
away.
こへ向かうの？
The question tangled with a light anxiety. We'll take a detour to the north, then head east. From there, we'll change to a different private railway and head further north. Yeah, there are some distant populated towns along the coastal railway where we shouldn't stand out too much. High people among people. Still following the basic principle, I decide on a slightly more distant destination. However, unless the fundamental dynamics of the situation change, our fugitive lifestyle is going to end. From what JP told me, the East Beach group has some delicate circumstances at the moment. But if that changes, they might go public with the search. The police will get involved. Each guy will move in earnest. Even the media will start working against us at that point. There probably won't be any safe place left for us. We're still two isolated individuals struggling against an incomparably stronger
逃げ
opponent.
るしかないのね。
There's no doubt Yumiko feels the same apprehension. The tone of her voice is low, resigned. Gazing at her slightly downcast face, I firmly made up my mind to ask. Actually, Yumiko, I have a question for you. She turns to look at me, staring straight into my eyes. I continue. Do you want to confront your father? If you got the will, I might have a way. I've been slowly making preparations ever since we ran away. That's right. We can also run away if that's what you want. If we confront him and lose, we'll be torn apart. But there's risk either way. You can listen to my words quietly and flee. But as I continue, her gaze slips from mine and begins to fall downward. By the time I finish speaking, she's staring straight at my feet. After a brief pause, she answers in a voice bitter with self-diversion.
何も成長できていないの。アパートから逃げ出した時だって自分から電話をかけてしまった。
Once again, her voice begins to quiver as she struggles to hold down the
連れ
tears.
去られた私をユウジが助けに来てくれた時、私はユウジを信じようって思った。だからあなたから伸ばされた手を握ったわ。でも最後の最後のところであなたを信じることができなかった。そんな私にユウジと共に何かできることなんてありえないわ。
I shake my head to deny her words. You're wrong, Yumiko. You changed. There's no doubt about it. Yes, she tried to make the phone call, but you hung up before he answered, didn't you?
それはそうだけど、でも結果としてその行為のせいで
Hindsight, it's 2020. I'm talking about what you were thinking, Yumiko. Yeah, I remember the day when Yumiko dismissed me, the day she tried to leave my life forever. Refusing to acknowledge her own will, unable to rely on me, she tried to disappear all on her own. That Yumiko would have made the phone call, she would have told her father everything, believing all the while that she was doing me a favor. You pulled yourself back from the edge, you fought down the fear, and held onto your own free will. And I'm gonna stay with you, no matter what kind of ending we've got waiting for us. Yumiko throws herself against my chest. Body slender and slave, as always. But today I can feel a strength in her that wasn't there before. Slowly, face buried against my shirt, she gathers her breath. I just sit there, letting her respiration warm my skin, enjoying the affectionate movements of her fingers against my back. Finally, Yumiko pulls away and meets my gaze. That's coincidence, sitting here. Simultaneously, our faces break into silence. No hint of strain or awkwardness. They're probably the most easy, natural smiles we had on our faces in a long time. And again, in Yumiko's eyes, I see something like determination. Resignation might still be part of it, but that strength I glimpse in her is real. I absolutely believe that now. Sounds good. Our eyes fixed on each other, we open our mouths to speak. For a long time, our feelings for each other kept us at cross purposes, but now, finally, we're standing together, facing the same moments, seeing the same future. Seeing the road we'll travel. Confront him. We gotta fight. We gotta fight back, for crying out loud. Oh, so what? I'm on part 10 already. For crying out loud. Also, sorry if I'm not clicking anything at the moment. I'm trying to make sure of something. Gotta make sure everything's working properly. Wow, part 10 here on this session. The car advances steadily down the Park Until Road. Eventually, the rough country lane under our headlights gives way to a paved road in the Scenery around us starts to suggest the work of human hands. Dreamlike worlds behind us now, we've been dragged back into reality.
どれぐらいで目的地に着くの？
Glancing briefly at the GPS mountain next to the wheel, I do a little mental author trick. Another 30 minutes or so, there shouldn't be much traffic after this, so maybe a little earlier. A tinge of barely suppressed uneasiness in her voice. Miko says that and nothing more. The hand resting in her lap forcibly grips the fabric of her skirt, trembling ever so slightly. Feeling anxious?
ユージがいるのは心強いけど、相手が大きすぎるもの。
After all that running and hiding, we're suddenly confronting an enemy head on. Can hardly blame the girl for being a little unsettled. For all her anger, Yumiko was only able to resist her father through self-imposed isolation until now. This must feel like something of a suicide mission. Prepare for Suicide Squad. Don't worry, it's going to be fun. Actually, now that I think about it, it might actually be the Suicide Squad now that I think. Yuji's pretty much freaking Deadshot. Either Deadshot or freaking Rick Flag. Amen's the Enchantress. Wouldn't Machina be Harley Quinn or be something else? I don't know. Taking one hand from the different wheel. Hey, how about this? Give a hashtag Suicide Squad and also leave in the comments. Name which character's personality traits match the ones of these for this. So, because now that I think about it, it is pretty much a Suicide Squad with the personalities almost similar to each other's, but it's always extremely different as well. Give one hand from the steering wheel. I reach down to Yumiko's lap and clasp her shaking hand. After a few strokes of my fingers against her white knuckles, tense fist finally relaxes a little.
Mm. でも、ユージは一体これからどうやって戦うつもりなの？
After our mutual choice to confront Sakaki Michigaki, I promptly got in contact with JP, after which Yumiko and I lay low for a few days. And yesterday I received the call I've been waiting for. Yumiko and I set out in a rented car, but I still haven't told her the details of our plan as of yet. Well, I said fight, but it would be a little too reckless to crash through the front door of a massive corporation and start kicking the furniture around.
どうやって？
I eased to a stop all the way. For a moment, there's no sound except for our car's idling engine and the Murmur AM radio I left on for traffic reports. Before we get to that, if we're going to pick a fight, don't you think we're a little low on manpower at the moment?
そうね。言われてみればそうか。
This sudden question leaves Yumiko bemused. Right now, we're heading to the place where our allies are waiting. That's right, a handful of people who are willing to fight the world with us. And you all know what I'm talking about because I let it out earlier. I guess that's another spoiler. I'm bad at this. I'm just too excited. Too happy. The light changes to green. A step beyond the black minivan next to us in the passing lane, I ease forward into the intersection. A small silver van, bathing in moonlight, speeds earnestly on the all but empty national road. Surrounded by darkness, that pale glit of light dodgily pushes forward, pursuing a single thread of hope. We're here, the final battlefield, so to speak. Climbing quickly out of the car, I wait for Yumiko to follow. As she steps down from the passenger seat, the girl looks up at the dark building in front of us, her mouth hanging open in shock.
ここって。
Looking at my face, then at the building, then at my face, Yumiko stutters out a few flustered words. Paying her no mind, I stride forward and push open a familiar door for the first time in a good year. Sure has been a while. Normally returning after a year of absence wouldn't be enough to inspire that much emotion. But then again, considering all the dramatic changes that have transformed our lives since leaving this place, maybe it's only natural that I get a little nostalgic.
似た別の場所とかじゃないわよね。
But just as those words of disbelief leave Yumiko's mouth, the sound of repeated footsteps approach quickly from the far side of the lobby. Whoa! Before I can even turn around, a human missile barrels into my side and tackles me down to the ground. Aw man, get the fuck off me! Look, woman, couldn't you manage a slightly more normal hello? Stop sucking on my damn cheek. Yumiko's going to... Squirming under Almond's embrace, I managed to move my face just enough to look at Yumiko. As expected, she's staring down at her co-ed professional wrestling match with a expression halfway beaten astonishment and fury. Just get off already. It's hard to breathe with these giant fat tits pressing against all my pressing down my chest. Look, Amen. With great difficulty, I finally managed to pry Amen off me. As I climb to my feet, Yumiko's angry glare gives way once more to an expression of sheer confusion. Amen's sudden assault might have been surprising, but not nearly as much as our returning to Mahama Academy itself.
Kazami-san, Sakaki-san, おかえりなさい。お久しぶりです。突然、今日戻るとか言い出したからびっくりしたのよさ。
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll explain the circumstances later. Sachi and Maki now looking completely unchanged from a year ago, making their appearance.
はいはい、今日も周辺に異常なしだったわよ。ねえ、サチ、もうご飯できて。ユージ、ユミコ、戻ってきたの？今日？なんで？いつ？
As you said, today. Why would you ask when?
みちる様、さっき確かに伝えましたよ。鳥頭が散歩に行く前に伝言なんて無駄の極みなのよさ。ちょっと聞いてないわよ。聞いたかもしれないけど、つか鳥頭ってあと散歩じゃないわよ。見回りに行ってたんでしょ。はい、みちる様が見回りに行ってらしたのは存じ上げております。お疲れ様でした。ご飯の準備もできてますよ。コロッケです。ありがとう。わかればいいのよ、わかれば。で、何か重要なこと忘れてるような。そうよ、ユージ、ユミコ、なんでいきなり戻ってきたのよ。
Okay, Berberine. Your mind works in interesting ways, Michiru, as always. I found myself smiling at the nostalgic farce playing out before my eyes. On the other hand, Yumiko's too stunned to even speak. The expression on her face suggests an ongoing internal debate as to whether this is reality or some kind of dream. Finally, he reaches out tenderly and gives the sleeve of my shirt a little tug.
一体どういうことなの？いきなり寮に戻ってきたと思えばみんな揃ってるし、しかも何かわけのわからない話をしているし。ねえ、私だけなの？何も分かってないのは。
Not even sure where to begin asking questions, Yumiko lets her confusion spill out in a somewhat jumbled stream of words.
ユージ、あんた榊さんに何も説明しないで帰ってきたの
Amen raises an eyebrow in surprise. Well, more or less, there are a lot of things going on. Didn't find the time to explain.
それは榊さんが混乱するのも無理はありませんね。そんじゃお兄ちゃんの部屋行って話しようぜ。あと腹減った。はい、それじゃあご飯を食べながら作戦会議にしましょうか。そうね。ほら、みちるも頭ひねってないでご飯食べましょう。あれ、なんだっけ。飯。
Oh, Major, you idiot. At least her story is actually good. That's why I have her ranked 3. Sachi's ranked 2. Although we're probably just making Yumiko even more confused right now, for the time being we decided to regroup in the management room, in other words, my former residence. Alright, where should I even begin? After everyone settled down inside the room, I passed to collect my thoughts. I actually taken quite a number of steps without Yumiko's knowledge, and in some cases, matters are tangled enough that explaining systematically might prove challenging.
では、私から質問していいかしら。
Makes sense. Clearing up your question should make things nice and comprehensible.
じゃあまずこの場所について、どうしてまだ学園が残っているの？そしてみんながどうしてここにいるの？
From the question, I'm assuming you thought the school was going to be shut down. Yumiko nods.
嫌な言い方だけれど、ここはもともと私一人のためにあの人が作った場所だから。
When you disappeared, so did the meaning for its existence. That your line of thought?
だから戻ってきてすぐにそれが気になったのよ。卒業しているはずのスオーさんまでいるし、どういうことなのかって。
The super senior in question responds with a bright casual smile.
まあ、榊さんとユージがいなくなった後、そういう話も出たんだけどね。
Sachi nods and follows up Armin's interruption with a comment of her own.
ミニベロを見せられて共謀してたんじゃないかって言われたりもしました。
I'm really sorry about that. It must have been a real headache.
まったくよ、私がどれだけ苦労したと思ってるのよ。チルチル何もしてへんやんけ。
Yes.
思いつきでとりあえず首突っ込むのはやめた方がいいわよ。うっさいわね。私だってあの時いろいろと考えることはあったんだから。ユージが何を考えてるのか。
I'm going to get back on topic now. The suspicion that they were helped arrange our escape was cleared up eventually. Soon afterward, the principal informed everyone the school would be closing its doors.
でもそうなっちゃうとユージたちが帰ってくる場所がなくなっちゃうから、なんとかして私たちで残せないか学園長を通じてうまい具合に説得してもらったのよ。一体どういう。
That'll be my phone. Sorry. I hear Mitchell still yelling in the background.
ここが残っている限り、そして私たちがここに住んでいる限り、風見さんたちが戻ってくる可能性がありますよと話をしてもらったんです。さも罠を仕掛けるかのように地図に一芝居打ってもらったのよさ。狙いは成功。学園も寮もひとまずは存続が決まった。まあしばらくの間は周辺を妙なのがうろうろしていたけど、それも時間が経つにつれて減ってきたしね。松島さんが見回りをしていたのもそのためだったのね。そう大事な任務だからね。今日当番なの忘れてたくせによう言うわ。みちる様、幸はいつもおそばにいますからね。寝坊ぐらい多めに見てよ。あと幸、かわいそうな子扱いすんなよ。
Anyway, I think that basically covers your first question. Makes sense?
ではもう一つ、これが本題だけど、ここに戻ってきたからには何か考えがあってのことなのよね。
Yeah, of course. Instead of continuing, I turn to Sachi and nod. Sachi indicates her understanding with a moment of eye contact, then opens the notebook PC she's been holding and turns it to face us. Spreadsheet program appears on the screen with a list of names in the first column and thick blocks and detailed information stretching out to the side. Yumiko looks it over for a moment, then glances at me with a confused expression on her face. Before explaining that, let me ask you a question, Yumiko. Why has your father, Sakakimichi, been pursuing you so doggedly in the first place?
あの人の会社の後継ぎに血縁のある私を添えて道具としていいように利用するため、娘だからどうこうというより先にそれが立っていると思う。
I nod deeply. That's right. Sakaki Michiki leads the East Beach group, and he wants to make you into his puppet. Those are two facts that caused this
そ
situation.
の通り。でも、どうして今更そんなことを改めて言うの？
You don't see where I'm going here.
まさか、あの人をトップの座から退けるということ？はい、正解です、榊さん。
Yumiko shakes her head back and forth in disbelief.
無茶よ、そんなの。社長を交代させるには取締役会の承認が必要だわ。そんなにうまくいくはずが。こちらをご覧いただけますか？
Once again, Sashi gestures toward the screen of her notebook computer.
東浜グループは東浜ホールディングスという持ち株会社が全ての株式を保有しています。そしてその持ち株会社の株式の保有比率は
With a click of a trackpad, she flips through the dense spreadsheet to an easily comprehensible pile graph.
公共の交通機関を所有している関係から国土交通省が約3割、他はおおよそ 10% 程度の保有率で電力、銀行、保険、建設の各社が保有しています。肝心の榊道明氏の個人所有分は数%というところですね。
ねえ、マキナ、サチってさっきから一体何言ってんの？いいからそこに置いてあるギョニソでも食っとけな。
保有比率の件は分かったわ。でもそれがさっきの話にどうつながるの？風見さんから依頼を受けて私たちはその切り崩し工作を行ったんです。切り崩し？株式の所有企業をってこと？いやー、榊さんを前にして言うのもなんだけどさ、お父さん結構恨み買ってる部分もあったみたいでね。
ガチガチかと思ったけど意外とうまくいったのよさ。
はい、少々危ない橋も渡りましたが、風見さんの指令通り相手方をこちらにつけるための情報を確実に集めてまいりました。
なんかよくわかんないけど本当にあんたを敵に回したくはないわね、私は。
Well, I can't disagree with Michiru on that one.
と言ってもせいぜい私にできるのは潜入工作レベルのことで、巨大な企業相手にあれこれといった大掛かりなことまでは不可能です。
Okay, on to the next part.